Hey yo, what it do? What's going on, people? Hey, man, it's a struggle being an Arsenal fan sometimes because things just they go all kinds of ways, every type of way. You know what I mean? Like that game, Arsenal, Man City, yo, that if you're an Arsenal fan, matter of fact, even if you're a City fan, the way it ended, that was a horrible watch. For both sides, that was a horrible watch. Because let me tell you something. Mikel Arteta, I think Pep Guardiola has 2 wins in 5 now in the English Premier League, right? Is this game week 5 or game week 6? I forget. But this being game week 5, that would have been 2 wins in 4 games, right? So now you telling me a City team coming to Arsenal in that form, right? They pulling up to the Emirates in the form they're in. And that's how you decided to set up. Like as soon as I saw that Arsenal lineup, right? Against a 2 win in 4 games, Man City. As soon as I saw that lineup, I was like, you know what? Arteta's a coward. I just thought of it, like just right there. I like it all started coming to me. I'm like, it makes sense he played for Everton so long because you can see he played under David Moyes. Just his mentality. You going up against a Man City team that has been underperforming for the past 4 game weeks, right? 2 wins in 4 games, and that's what you give us. That's how you decide to set up that midfield, right? That midfield. No central attacking midfielder. You got 2 DMs in play and a central midfielder who barely did anything all game. Like what exactly? You know what? I saw that lineup and I thought to myself, Mikel Arteta, if you get to halftime 0-0, job done. This lineup has done its job. That's what I was thinking, because you look at your bench, you had Eze on the bench, you had Saka on the bench, you had Martinelli on the bench, you had Nwaneri on the bench. You look at that bench got guns. It's got killers. Right? It's got killers. You go out on a break, you can get a goal anytime. But you stack them all on the bench. You put Marino in your 10. You started Trossard out wide on the left. Zero pace, by the way. I was like, okay, you know what? If you make it to halftime 0-0, job done. Well done. I'll actually say well done. That's what I was thinking initially. And I remember before kickoff, I'm watching Curtis Shaw's stream. I don't know if y'all watch that guy, but I'm watching Curtis Shaw TV. He's doing a live stream, and I said, you know what? Because he wasn't happy with the lineup as well. And I said to him, you know what? If Mikel, like I just said, if Mikel makes it to halftime 0-0, job done. Job is done. Right? But if he concedes early, yo, it's going to be long. It's going to be a day. It's going to be a long ass day. And sure enough, not even 10 minutes in, you're conceding a goal. On the break. I don't know how Gabriel got caught up so high that he got turned by Haaland with a pass through the back. Reinders does the perfect thing, pushes it right through the center. Doku on the left, Haaland pulls up on the right. He just places it perfectly for Haaland to finish. That was the kind of play that I wish, you know what, every now and again we'd give Gyökeres that kind of opportunity. That opportunity on the break, right? But then now you're down 1-0 and it's not even 10 minutes in the game, and you've got no central midfield attacker, right? You got no cam, no 10. And I'm watching this game and I'm thinking to myself, okay, so where's your creativity going to come from? Most guys are assuming it's probably going to be Noni, but you see, Noni gets the ball, right? Noni gets the ball like it's he had one good shot to Donnarumma, near post, great save, right foot. That's the one right. In fact, he had two instances that he used his right foot and he used it well. The one cross that came in, he just chopped it back in from the byline, and it just trickled across through the penalty area, and it found nobody. There was nobody there. And I was like, yo, the one good ball this man puts in and nobody's there to finish it. You got no, and it kind of makes sense because you're not playing any central attacking midfielders, so basically you got no one arriving into the box late to finish those kind of chances, right? And then the one shot he put on the near post, Donnarumma saves. And I was like, okay, you know what? He's doing his thing. But over on the other side, Trossard, he can't get past his man for nothing. No pace. So every time he gets the ball, he tries to face up his man, turns and passes it back to the midfield. And guess what? The midfield can't do nothing for you because there's no 10. There's nobody in the hole. You look at you. It's crazy because you watch Arsenal playing today, and in our half, we're playing the ball, we get it to Zubimendi puts in the long ball. He puts in the diagonals, right? He's quarterbacking. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's doing what we brought him to do. He's quarterbacking. But as soon as he quarterbacks, the ball gets past the center line. After that, midfield, attacking midfield, non-existent. There is nothing going on for Arsenal through the middle. And I'm looking at this game and I'm like, wait, you're a goal down. You got Zubimendi doing what you brought him to do, quarterbacking, but he's got no one right directly in front of him to feed the ball into. So all he can do is spam diagonals, long balls. That's all he's good for at this point because there's no one in the hole, no one in the 10. Why are you doing this? Merino, where's Merino? We can't, like, this man is just, what are we doing? Why did, like, I failed to even see why Mikel Merino started that game. Because he brought nothing to the game. Absolutely nothing. And when you got that particular midfield, should never play together. Merino and Declan Rice should never play in the same midfield together. Never. Because none of them, not one of them is creative. Not one of them can give you something on the ball. Not one of them can thread a pass through. And we saw that. We saw that. And then the crazy thing is you got Calafiori playing left back, but he's playing everywhere on the field besides left back. And it's like, wait a minute. Let me understand this, because this is a little counterproductive. This is what exactly is the plan? Because you giving your left back all the freedom in the world to do whatever he wants. Calafiori can pop up on the right wing if he wants to. I seen that man playing right 8. Left back, you know. I seen that man playing center forward. Left back, you know. I seen that man getting into that 10 position. Left back, you know. Blowing up. I don't know where he was seeing the goal, but he shot that ball and it almost hit the corner flag. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, how is our left back got this much freedom? How is our left back got this much freedom? Yet you can't play with a 10. You're not even trying. Merino's not. He's playing central. He's a central midfielder, so he's just going to play the way he knows to play, central midfield. Because you're making him think defensively. He's not playing like he plays for Spain. He doesn't. When he comes to Arsenal, he doesn't play like that. Because when he plays for Spain, he's playing with Pedri. He's playing with Zubimendi, guys that can create on the ball. So he can do what he wants. He can run off the ball and get those goals. Right? Because he's knowing he's playing with some creative guys. He's got Zubimendi, he's got Pedri. right? If Zubimendi's not there, he's got Rodri who can throw the pass, and he's still got Pedri. So he's got the license to be what you're telling Calafiori to be. He's got the license to just float, get in attacking areas, and finish. Bang. That's all I need from you. Bang. But you bring him over to Arsenal, you get him into the defensive mindset where he can't actually get in the same positions he gets to when he plays for Spain. But then Calafiori is the one who's doing all this freelancing, and you're like, what's the plan, Mikel? What exactly is the plan? Because now Calafiori got all this freedom. You playing two central defensive midfielders and a central midfielder. As soon as the ball goes past the center line, you have possession. It's like you got no one creative in the hole to make anything happen, right? So now you're looking at Noni, do something. Because we know Trossard ain't going to do nothing. He doesn't have the pace to start the games and actually do something. And the fact that Trossard played, what was it, 83 minutes? The fact that Trossard played 83 minutes. Listen, when City scored, I was like, you know what? Just based on the way Pep Guardiola set his team up. He set his team up with 4 defenders, of which O'Reilly's a midfielder, right? So he basically had 3 defenders, right? A DM in Rodri, making it 4 defenders. O'Reilly is a midfielder, so I'm not even gonna count him as a defender because he's a midfielder, right? And then after that, everyone else in front of Rodri is an attacking. Bernardo Silva is a creative attacking player, right? Doku had Timber on skates, right? Reinders, don't give him space because he'll mess you up, right? Haaland, but we know where he is. And then you got Foden. He had 5 attacking players and 5 defenders. Brother, what are we doing? You at home setting up defensively against an out of form City team, and you expect to get a like. When City scored, I'm thinking to myself, okay, the way these guys are set up, this is where I was going with my line of thought. The way City is set up, very attacking, by the way. This early goal within the first 10 minutes is as good as Arsenal have gotten a red card, because now you've handicapped yourself because you've played this midfield hoping to steal a goal in the first half or get to halftime 0-0 without having conceded, and worst case scenario, without you having scored. But now you concede in the first 10 minutes, so all those plans just gone through they just flew out the window, right? So now I'm looking at this team, you concede in the first 10 minutes, and I'm thinking, yo, this right here, this is about as bad as a red card can be. So I'm thinking to myself, yo, why wait till halftime? You know what you need to do. You need to go for the game. Now you need to go for the game. So why wait till halftime? This is what I was thinking. Why wait till halftime to make those changes when you know exactly what you need now? Merino ain't giving you nothing. Trossard ain't giving you nothing. But okay, you waited till halftime. Halftime comes, you make the 2 changes. But like I'm thinking to myself, you gonna pull Trossard, you gonna pull Merino. That's what I was thinking. And in my head, I didn't even want Saka to come in. I'm not gonna lie to you, muscle injuries are a problem. And he's had 2 hamstring, 1 tear, 1 pull in a year. I'm thinking to myself, if you're gonna play him, 15 to 20 minutes at most. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking, okay, if you're going to bring anyone on, you pull Trossard, right? You pull off Trossard and you bring in Izzy, right? You pull off Marino and you bring in Ethan. That's what I was thinking, right? Halftime, you pull Noni, and I'm like, wow. Marino didn't surprise me because that man, he weren't doing nothing. And I was assuming you was going to take Noni over to the left-hand side and let him try and like get to the byline and put those crosses that he's trying to put in on his right foot. Let him put those crosses in on the strong foot. That's what I was thinking. Beat your man and put that crossing on your left foot. Let's see you beat a man on the left side like you're beating men on the right, and then put that cross in with your strong foot. That's what I was thinking he was going to do. But then he pulls Noni off and he leaves Trossard on. I'm like, why are you leaving Trossard on? This man has done nothing the whole entire first half. He's not giving you nothing. You break. When you break, he gets the ball. He's got a one-on-one and he slows down. He looks back and he passes the ball back because he knows he can't beat this guy for pace. So why are you keeping him on? Put Noni on the left side. If you're bringing Saka in, fine. Put him on the right side. And then we go from there. Right? That's what I was thinking. And then you put Eze in the 10, Marino off, right? So it would have been Eze in the 10, Noni on the left, Saka on the right. But you decide to keep Trossard on for 80 plus minutes. And I'm like, what is going on here? What are you seeing from this guy that makes you keep him on for so long? Right? And look at us. As soon as you make that double change alone, you bring some creativity to your team, right? You start getting more possession. You start doing more with the possession you have, right? Because now you got a creator, an actual 10 in the 10 position, is it? And then you got Saka on his right. So you actually got some attacking impetus now. Some creation through the middle. You're doing something. We're working now. But the fact that it took you 80 minutes plus to pull Trossard on. If you had taken Trossard off, even in the 60th minute, and given Martinelli 30 minutes, who knows? We could have snatched that game and won it. But the fact that you saw Trossard not get by his man once, not have nothing on his man, and you keep him on 80 plus minutes, that was ridiculous to me. Ridiculous. See, all this, the way you set up, it does nothing to help Victor Gyökeres. It does nothing to help Victor Gyökeres because now you play that midfield three, Marino, Zubimendi, and Rice. No creation. That means no one's in the hole. No one's in the 10. No one is threading the ball through to Gyökeres. So he's just feeding off of scraps. Hoping whatever cross Noni puts in, he can get to the end of. And he was unlucky because there was one cross from actually the left-hand side that just went behind him. He couldn't get to it. And he was right in front of goal in the 6-yard box. And the pass just went behind him. And I was like, oh, man. Yeah, it's one of them days. Like, if we are going to be real, Pep Guardiola did you a favor today. Because he pulled off Doku. And I'm like, yo, what's going on here? That's one of your two best players on the pitch right now. And then you pull off Haaland, and I'm like, yo, this man is actually going defensive, right? He wanted that win, but he went about it the wrong way. As far as I'm concerned, he needed to keep one of them two in. You can't just go fully defensive. He was pretty much playing. He parked the bus. Pep Guardiola parked the bus today. He went pragmatic. He parked the bus. I ain't never seen that kind of play, like set up from Pep Guardiola. 5 at the back and 5 in front of him. You got no center forward. I was like, what is going on here? So you actually need to call up Pep Guardiola and say, yo, my brother, thank you. Thank you for what you did today. You did me a solid. Because I was finna be under attack. The fans were coming for me, and they still might come for me, but at least I didn't lose. At least I came out with a point. That's the only solace he can have. Why wouldn't you start Eze in the 10? Why would you think to yourself? Because if Odegaard was fit, best believe he would have started in the 10. So what makes you think let me start Merino in the 10 and bench Eze? What puts that in your mind? That see, like I feel like Arteta needs an intervention. Because this style of play is not good for nothing. You're not going to win nothing playing like this, sitting up like this. You at home to an out of form City, and you sitting up defensively. You sit like they are relegation. You set up more defensively than relegation teams set up, and it's like, what are we actually doing? What are we actually doing? I mean, Ethan Nwaneri must be thinking to himself, yo, I need to break down this manager's door Monday morning and be like, hey, if you don't mind, I'd like to go on loan in January because I don't see myself getting too much game time this season. Odegaard's off and you're not even going to start Eze? Eze is there, Nwaneri is there, Odegaard's out, and you're going to start Merino? That's what you spent all this money in the summer for, to start Merino and Trossard. At home. Guys, I don't understand what's going on with this man. I really genuinely don't understand what is going on with Mikel Arteta. You spend all that money in the summer to start Merino in the 10 and Trossard on your left wing. Coward. That's what it is. It's cowardly. I don't know what else to call it because that's exactly what it is. You're not giving your team to express themselves. Sorry, you're not giving your team a chance. You're not giving your team a chance to express themselves in an attacking sense. And we know this is probably the best defense in the Premier League. So why not trust your back four to do their job? Why not trust that if I set up my back four right, put a CDM in front of him, which should be Declan Rice, by the way, he should be playing that 6, right? If I set up with my solid ass potent back four, put a solid DM in front of them, the rest of my players should have the freedom to express themselves because I'm trying to win the league. I've got to, at some point, you have got to let the handbrake off. And this is not how you do it. Like if you're setting up like this against Man City, you, with the players you have at your disposal, setting up like this against Man City, what do you expect mid-table teams, relegation teams? How do you expect them to set up when they come against you? You always complaining. Every team sets up a low block, but then when they play you, but then look at you. You set up defensively every damn game, defensive, and it's like, brother, it's not working. You out here. This is a set piece FC, genuinely. Before you made them changes, it was like, man, it genuinely looks like our best chance to get a goal is from these corners. And they weren't working, right? They weren't working. And then we start spamming in these long ass throw-ins. And it's like, what am I watching? This is not the Arsenal I grew up on. Long throws? Praying for a goal from a corner? We can't play nothing through the middle. We can't set up our striker for nothing. I don't know this Arsenal. I don't know this Arsenal. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now for free. I do not know this Arsenal. I started supporting Arsenal because I watched Arsenal play, right? And they had that Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est? They had that je ne sais quoi. Huh? They had that je ne sais quoi. That's something. You'd watch Arsenal play and you'd be like, wow. Man, they might not defend too well, but wow. Going forward, devastating. Devastating. They might not keep clean sheets. Right? They might not keep clean sheets, but going forward, oh my God, devastating. They would rip teams up, one touch passing, triangles. Santi Cazorla, 6 Fabregas. You think of the Dennis Bergkamps. I'm going further back now. Huh? Robert Perez. Kleb. Could I say Fabregas? Cazorla. Santi Caf. Oh my God. Rosiski. Freddie Lundberg. And then you bring me Arteta. And this is what I have to watch? What happened to that something special I started supporting this team for? What happened to that je ne sais quoi? This is not the Arsenal I grew to love. This is not the Arsenal that captivated my attention and made me think, you know what? I need to sit up and watch this because this is some sublime football. You out here setting up like a mid-table relegation team. And you genuinely have the players to break any team down. But you believe in defending more than you believe in attacking. But defending has brought you nothing. Matter of fact, attacking football has brought you much closer to winning the league than this defensive stuff has. Because the first season you were contending for the title, that was some mind-blowing football. The only thing that stopped you from winning the league then, I think, was the Saliba injury. When Rob Holding had to come in, and then he just got bullied by Erling Haaland. And then that was the league right there, right? Season 2, I think Gabriel got injured or something. I can't remember. But like the 2 seasons that you actually played attacking football, you had your attackers expressing themselves, wingers were expressing themselves, midfielders expressing themselves. I mean, Granit Xhaka was looking a different player than we'd ever seen. That is the closest you have ever come to winning the title. And then you saw that, and then you thought to yourself, okay, it didn't occur to you that injuries let you down. A small squad is what let you down. In your head, you convinced yourself that I need to sit up defensively and I'll win this league. It didn't occur to you that my squad was short. The injuries is what left us short. If it hadn't been for the injuries, if it hadn't been for Saliba getting injured, we could have done something. We could have won something. Like you just didn't think that. You just thought, let me from now on just sit up defensively. And now it's 2 seasons now, because we've been just sitting up defensively. And like last season, that was a nasty watch. And you come back this season, spending all that money in the summer, and this is what you want us to watch. You spend all that money in the summer to give us this. What are we doing, bruh? Brother, what are we actually doing? Because this is not making no sense. I feel like someone like Josh Kroenke, I don't know if he actually knows nothing about football, because I mean, he definitely knows something about American football, but like soccer, this football, I don't know. Because if he did know something about it, he'd be like, yo, Mikel, what are you doing? Why are you sitting up like this? I've given you the money to get you the players to sit up right. to sit up like a team that's actually trying to win the league, and you still sitting up like a relegation mid-table team. Make it make sense. Are you trying to win or not? Are you scared to win? Is that what it is? You can't be scared to win, bro. You can't be scared to win just as much as you can't be scared to lose. You can't be scared to lose. And right now it looks like you're scared to lose because you keep sitting up defensively. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I don't know. Like, something has to change. Like a switch needs to be flipped. Like, this is unsustainable. This is unsustainable. Odegaard's out and you can't put Eze in the 10 to the point you bring Marino in there. You spend all that money to play Marino in the 10, Trossard on your left wing. Oh man, you know the crazy thing is when you criticize a manager like Mikel Arteta, he's got stands, right? He's got his stands, and what they'll say to you is, you don't know no better than Mikel Arteta. That's why he's the manager and you're at home watching. You're a fan. That's why you're a fan and he's the manager. He knows better. He knows what he's doing. No, not today. Not last season. He's not convincing me he knows what he's doing. Because even today, I'm seeing the changes he needs to make and he doesn't make them until, well, we all knew what would be a productive starting lineup and he didn't do it. He went conservative. And then let's call a spade a spade. Pep Guardiola bailed him out by going defensive. Because if Doku and Haaland had both played 80 to 85, 90 minutes, Arsenal's not getting back into that game. Not with the way Doku was going at Timber. Not with the way Haaland was holding up our centre backs. And just, oh man. Yo, Mikel Arteta, let me tell you something. If you learned one thing today, let the handbrake off. Let the mother effing handbrake off. Put that handbrake down, pedal to the middle. My brother, it's time to drift. Let's go crazy. Let's go rally driving. It's time for some off-road stuff. All right, let's go rally driving. WRC. Let's do it. World Rally Championship, man. It has to be. We have to. Let the clip off. Why would you, like, I'm trying to figure out, why didn't you start Eze? Is it because you're thinking to yourself, if I start Eze and he has a brilliant game against Man City, my captain's going to have a tough time getting back into the team? Is that your line of thought, to put Marino on the 10? We already seen what Eze can do against Man City when he played for Palace. Why don't you trust him? And then he's the one who comes on and puts the long ball over the top to Martinelli to finish. Fair play, Martinelli. And you know what? I was actually, right before Eze made that ball over the top to Martinelli, I'm thinking to myself, yo, Eze just went deeper. He's playing that deeper role now, where we usually see Martin Odegaard. But the one thing that he did that Martin Odegaard never does, he put that ball right over the top to that center forward area. Caught Martinelli in stride. Martinelli put it away. First goal conceded by Gigi Donnarumma. Right? You got to play Eze in the 10. Let him play his position. Don't be thinking, what if he plays so well, Odegaard struggles to get back into the 11. He's your captain, we know. But it doesn't mean he's not replaceable. If we can improve in areas on our team, let us improve. Don't hold us back like this. Help your attackers out, brother. Help your attackers out. Gyökeres is feeding off of scraps. Scraps. To the point of your only point of attack is your wing play. You're looking for your wingers to beat a man and put a ball through or get a goal. And just hope that a ball can just trickle into Gyökeres' feet and he can finish it. Play to your attacker's strengths. You're playing this defensive football and it ain't even making any sense, y'all. Listen, that's my post-match reaction, y'all. This we can't go on like this, man. We can't. Something's got to give. Either he lets the handbrake off, let that clip off. Let it off, brother. Take that handbrake off. Like, drift, man. This is not, like, brother, man's gonna be calling for your head soon if this is how you planning on going for the title, because you ain't winning no title if this is the kahunas you show or the lack of. DBNK, y'all. Like, subscribe, listen, comment. Let's grow this community. Excalibur clock end. Arsenal won. Man City won. A cowardly Mikel Arteta performance. Checkmated by a cowardly Pep Guardiola performance. And it ends all evens. Again, DBNK, some say debunk. It is what it is. We keep it moving. Peace, love, and happiness, y'all.